Welcome back, everybody. New York Congressman Charlie Rangel is apparently not the only lawmaker who may be in trouble for not paying taxes. Listen to this. According to the IRS, congressional staffers owe about $9.3 million in unpaid taxes for last year alone.
Utah Republican Congressman Jason Chaffetz has introduced a bill that would require lawmakers to disclose any delinquent taxes to the Ethics Committee. Jason, you and I have talked about this quite a bit. Here's the question. Is this a culture of acceptance? We talked about Charlie Rangel, who writes tax law, who has cheated on his taxes allegedly. We talk about Tim Geithner, who enforces tax laws, who has forgot about taxes he was supposed to pay. What's going on the Hill? Do they just feel hey, I'm bigger, I'm above the law?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's probably the case for some people. There's a lot of good people doing good things. But we have nearly 700 people working on Capitol Hill, helping to write the laws of this country. But these people aren't paying their taxes. And if you're not paying your federal taxes and you're on the federal payroll, you should be fired. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Nobody likes that. But for lawmakers, there's some constitutional issues. So we introduced a bill, myself, Senator Coburn in the Senate, that said, if you're a member of Congress in the House or the Senate and you haven't paid your taxes, you need to file with the Ethics Committee, and you need to have your wages garnished. I mean, you need to make whole on this. You can't just keep on in perpetuity and not pay these things.
Is the implication there that these lawmakers know they have unpaid taxes? I mean, are they unaware of this? Is the tax code too complicated? Or do you think these lawmakers are aware of the problem?
Well, they should be aware of the problem. If they're not aware of the problem, again, that's why we need the Ethics Committee to be involved. The public should be exposed to this. Look, there are people that are going to run into trouble for one reason or another, but you need to make it whole. When you fall into this category of serious delinquent tax debt, which is a definition that we're trying to put out there to say, hey, you just can't keep ignoring this, then this is the way hopefully we can solve the problem. Because overall, you have about 100,000 federal workers not paying nearly $1 billion in taxes. These are some big numbers out there.
Right, those were the 2009 numbers, but it does boggle the mind, Congressman, that you would have to pass a law to remind Congress members to actually obey the law and pay their taxes. Here's what your proposal would do. Let's show our viewers. It would require members of Congress to disclose delinquent tax liability. It would require an ethics inquiry, and it would garnish the wages of a member with federal tax liability. How is that different than right now? For instance, how would that have changed Charlie Rangel's situation?
Well, I think we would have been exposed to it a lot earlier, and there would be a payment method to try to make the government whole and to actually make them have it. I don't know how many members. I don't know if they're Republicans, Democrats, but it shouldn't matter. This information should be exposed out there, and certainly if you have this debt, that's going to affect the way you're maybe acting and doing things in Congress. So I think it's a fair, balanced, I mean, I just think this is common sense, but maybe not. I'm just a freshman. I didn't create this mess, but I am here to help clean it up.
Doing a good job,
sir. Well, thank you.
Thanks for being here, Congressman. Appreciate it. Coming up on the show.
Thank you.
Coming up, put your butts away. A city that's trying